Hi, everybody. I am Mrs. Gutierrez, and I am the music teacher here at Behlau Elementary. I have been here for 11 years, and I'm so excited your kiddo decided to sign up to be in my violin class. This is my ninth year teaching violin, so I'm super excited. I'm going to be answering some questions that have been asked a couple times this week, so hopefully I cover everything. At the end, I will have my email and my phone number, and you can give me a call if I don't answer your question. So the first day of violin is going to be this coming Tuesday, September 13th, right after school until 4 o'clock. I will be starting right at 3. We start tuning, and we're going to learn all the different parts of the violin. We're going to learn how to pluck it. We're going to learn how to bow it, and it's going to be a great year. Now, the materials that are needed, I have listed right here. Oh, right here, I guess. And the first one is your violin. So your violin is going to be the size that fits your kid. So my violin, I have longer arms than your kid, so my violin is a little bit bigger than what some of your kiddos will have. So make sure you get a violin that is fitted to your kiddo. The next thing is the bow, and the bow looks like this. It's really long. It has horsehair right here. And I always tell the kids it doesn't hurt the horse to have their tail trimmed, right? We get our hair cut, it doesn't hurt them. So this is made out of the horse hair. And just make sure that you don't touch the hair or rub your hand on it or try to pull it because the oils on our hands can really mess up the horsehair, and we don't want that. Also, don't mess with this little twisty thing right here. If you untwist it too much, it can fall off, all the hair can fall off, or if you do it too tight, it can just break off. So we don't want to touch the hair of the bow. Then we have the rosin. It's a little sticky substance that is inside of your case. I'm pretty sure it comes with your violin. If not, I have some. And it's this little sticky substance that we rub on the bow, on the hair, so that it makes it a little sticky so that it makes the hair stick a little bit better to the violin string. So this is called rosin. Next is our shoulder rest. Mine looks like this. It clips onto the violin and it goes on your shoulder. It makes it a lot more comfortable to play the violin. If you don't have the shoulder rest, the wood really, really rubs on your collarbone and it is very uncomfortable. I always say even the most famous violin players use a shoulder rest because it's more comfortable and it helps with posture and it makes it easier to play. So the shoulder rest. Now, I don't think this comes with a violin. You might have to buy it at the shop or on Amazon or something, but this is the shoulder rest. Then we have the book. And this is the book we're going to use. It's Essential Elements for Strings. It'll say Violin Book 1 up here. And this is the book that we're going to be learning with the entire year. You do not need this the first couple of days of violin practice. We're going to just be learning the parts of the violin, how to pluck, and stuff like that. So we won't need the book maybe for the first couple of weeks. Maybe this third week we'll start with the book. And I will make copies if you don't have your book right away when we need it. So don't stress about getting the book right away if it's hard to find. It's usually pretty hard to find the first couple weeks of school. So it's going to look like this, Essential Elements for Strings, Violin Book 1. The cool part about this book is it'll come with a code. Let me see. So there's a code down here that you can go to the website, put that code in, and the students are going to be able to practice along with the music like we do in class. So they can practice at home as well. So this is the book. And then last but not least is the finger guide sticker. I'm pretty sure they sell these at the shops, but it is a clear sticker that goes onto the violin. And it has the yellow, the red, the blue, and the orange lines. And that helps the kiddos know exactly where to put their fingers on the violin. It is not mandatory, but it does honestly help the kids catch on a little bit faster. If you don't have the finger sticker guide, it's okay. I will put little stickers there to help. So that is optional. For the first day of practice, all I really need is the violin, the bow, and the shoulder rest. Those are the three things that we need. I've had a lot of questions about renting versus buying a violin. I always strongly recommend to rent your violin because your kiddos are going to grow. Your kiddos aren't going to stay the size forever. If they decide to continue to play violin when they get older, middle school orchestra and high school orchestra and college orchestra, then they're going to outgrow their violin every couple of years. So I always recommend to go to one of those shops that I listed on the form to go and rent your violin. They will specifically get the violin that fits your kid perfectly, and they'll have all the other materials there too. You can rent to own, you can just rent it, and there is an option to buy it. Now, I don't recommend buying a violin on Amazon or without actually seeing the violin because it may not be the right size for your kids. If you notice, there's all different sizes. I don't even know what size my violin is, but my violin will be a different size than somebody that's a lot smaller than me. So buying without help is going to be pretty difficult. So I always recommend renting. And you know what? Your kid may decide they don't want to continue violin after fifth grade, and that's okay. So you don't want to be stuck with a very expensive violin that your kiddo's not going to play anymore. So that's a little bit about renting and buying. If you want to buy it, go ahead. Just make sure it's the right size. All right, we have two concerts, really three, I guess, this school year. So our Christmas showcase will be December 15th. It is a Thursday. We're going to have a school show. So they'll come to school. As soon as they get to school, we'll set up the stage. And the show will start at 8:30. They'll be the first ones to perform at the school show. They'll play probably about 7 or 8 songs. Then that evening at 6:30 will be the show for the family. So your parents can come, aunts, uncles, all of that can come to our Christmas showcase that night. The choir will be performing that same times as well. So violin will open the show, and then our choir performance will be after that. So if your kiddo is in both choir and violin, they'll have plenty of time to go change into their costumes and put their stuff away. We also will have a spring show because violin is all year round. So we're going to start next week and we're going to go all the way until April 20th, which is our spring show, which is on a Thursday as well. It'll be at 6:30, and there will also be a kindergarten show at the end. So it'll be violin opening up the show, and this they're going to be playing almost the entire book. So they're going to play a big chunk of songs with the bow, some solos. It's going to be awesome. And then after that, there's going to be a kindergarten show as well. So those are 3 shows as of now. There's been times when we've been invited to Luna Middle School to perform or even Brennan High School. So some concerts might pop up, and those will not be mandatory since they weren't listed on the form. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is our behavior expectations. So there are 24 kiddos in violin this year, which is my biggest group I have ever had. And I'm super excited about that. But behavior is going to be a big key. We won't have time to play around or me having to stop and correct a kid multiple times. So if behavior becomes an issue, then I definitely am going to reach out to you and hopefully that'll change the behavior. But if it doesn't, then we might have to have another option of, not having that kid be in violin anymore. Same thing with attendance. If a student is constantly missing violin multiple times, it's twice a week. We go at a very fast pace, and if they're missing, weeks at a time, they are going to be very behind. So please make sure if you have a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment, or you just can't make it, there's nobody to pick them up, just shoot me an email, call the school, and that shouldn't be a problem as long as it's not weeks and weeks. And then dismissal, violin ends at 4 o'clock every Tuesday and Thursday. So please, if you are a parent pickup, please be here by 4 o'clock ready to pick up your kiddos. I have, places I need to be after school. I have to go let my dogs out. So I can't be here waiting for 30 minutes, 45 minutes after 4 o'clock. So please make sure that you are picking up your kiddos at 4 if you are doing a parent pickup. If you know you're going to be a little late, just shoot me an email. That way I'm at least aware of it. But if it's a constant thing, then that's something we'll have to talk about. Hopefully I answered everybody's questions. It's going to be a great year with this huge group that I have. So if I didn't answer your question, just email me right there, Gina-1.Gutierrez@nisd.net, Or you could call the school at 210-398-1000 and just ask for the music teacher, Mrs. Gutierrez. So I'm excited to see your kid on Tuesday after school. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.